Hello, Libra. Thank you for tuning in. Morgane. I have my moon in Libra. I'm asking for clear guidance from Spirit, from the cards, from the universe, for your following month of March 2018, for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I request to be a clear guidance for the collective of Libras that are watching, or whoever is, drawn into this video and that might feel like it resonates. These are general readings. It won't resonate with anybody or everybody. Those of you that it does, amazing. Take what you can. If it doesn't, watch your moon, rising, sun, Venus. There are different aspects of us. They might speak more to you. Okay, I feel a certain calm after the storm. Maybe you like the results, maybe you don't like the results, but either way, there's a certain acceptance. Four of Wands, okay. Some of you like the results. Four of Wands is a journey of victory, of after having a passion or a will or a wish, and we're going on the journey to fulfill it, to win. We win. This is the Four of Wands. Also, twin flame journey is a repetitive subject in our last readings, in the past month or two. And this is the card of the twin flame also because of the 1111. For those of you who don't know, 1111 is the code, the DNA of the twin flame journey. But there's a result here that we are happy with. Now keep in mind, I've asked about March, about the next month, right? So maybe we're not feeling it right now. Maybe you're watching this and you're like, nope, no victory, nope. You're right about the calm after the storm, but nope, not feeling victorious. That's okay. This can also speak of cooperations. It can also speak of family gatherings. But there is a group that is celebrating you. It doesn't have to be a big group. It can be close friends, family. This represents weddings, so maybe you're invited to a wedding. Maybe you are getting married. But I don't want to generalize. Obviously, not all of you are getting married, but there is that sense of the result of a journey that is victorious. So that's a great start. But let's keep mixing the cards, because as we all know, the narrative is sometimes more complex than that. But a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful card to start with. It's also very summer and spring. So maybe this reading, if you don't feel like Four of Wands now, maybe it is insinuating for April, or for maybe a little bit past March. More guidance, more clarification about our dear Libras during the month of March 2018. I feel finally balance. I feel balance for Libra. And it makes sense that the Four of Wands will come up because it's a very balanced card. Two wands on each side, they form a very strong shape that is stable. It's like the fire, the will, the passion, the energy is manifested into something practical and tangible and positive. The fire didn't burn us. The fire warmed up a good dish. I like that analogy. I'm going to use it again. All right, let's get some more cards, please, for Libra. for March. This feels like it. Oh, there we go. I felt like something wasn't exactly all chirpy and beautiful. The Eight of Swords. A vision of an idea of a victory, a journey that we are very certain of, that we are caught up in, the idea of it. And maybe because we're so caught up in it, we're not going to get it because it's in our head. Maybe it's someone else's and we're outside of it and we're caught up in that and their journey and their success. So Libra, there's either you having this vision of a victorious result, but you're so caught up in it and you don't see that it's not really there, or it's there, it's just not yours. Or it's yours, but someone is feeling really left out or cut off. There's also, many of you are in a very good place and you have everything to be very, very happy about, but you're stuck in your mind in the loop of thoughts where you're not seeing all the good. You're not enjoying all the good because something is holding you in and back. It's an emotional blockage. Maybe you don't believe you deserve it. Maybe you don't believe it's possible. I know I've expressed 3 very different narratives. That's because, again, it's a general reading. So each of you will take it to their own. Okay? All right. Could be all simultaneously. Let's ask for clarification and for more cards, please, for Libra. For March 2018, please, for the next month. I feel some of you are like watching this and like almost like you don't even care. Like, I can't handle this anymore. I can't think about it anymore. I can't analyze it anymore. I can't do the right thing anymore, whether it's good or if it's bad, if I succeed or if I fail, if it's a true vision or if I completely imagine everything. It's just, I don't care anymore. It's like you are caught up. Some of you are caught up in a very, very, very strangling relationship. Something really unhealthy. Of codependency and it's one of those ties that can't seem to be broken. Some of you are caught in a relationship obligation that you don't know how to step out of. Maybe you're married and you're not into it at all and you're feeling that it's wrong, but you just don't know how to get out of it. Maybe you're in a very serious relationship, but you feel like you don't know how to get out of it because it doesn't feel real. And you're there for the wrong reasons. And you're stuck. And you're scared to leave and you're scared to stay. Started very good, it's getting complicated. Because what we see isn't always the truth, right? There's so many layers to the reality. When we stare at the ocean, we see the first layer of the waves, but who knows what's underneath? So on the surface, everything looks amazing, but then who's hiding in this castle? What's the truth about this couple? About this very, allegedly very happy, cheerful couple. What's going on behind closed doors? This could be cheating. If not physical cheating, then emotional cheating, just not being fully present. And this calls for release ASAP. Because this is not truthful and this is not loving. This is an illusion. Some of you are deceiving someone. Some of you are being deceived by someone. Some of you are both mutually deceiving each other. lying to each other and lying to yourself. Like two people who are unaware, right? And they, like, their masks are speaking to each other and communicating, but their truth is like hiding somewhere in a corner, screaming like, let me out. A very brave communication, a very truthful communication is required ASAP. Because you don't want to dig yourself deeper and deeper in the puddle, in the mud. Cards, show me more. Show me more and then guide me out of it. All right, let's help Libra. Yes, that makes sense. The world in reverse. The world like this is a very beautiful, healthy, accurate completion of a cycle and achieving success and or moving on to the next level, growth. But here it's refusing to learn the lesson and remaining stuck, upside down, not finishing the cycle. From fear, from addictions, from codependency, from lies. But these are your own shackles. You can release from them. She can just wiggle it out and walk forward. These guys, they're just more caught up in this demonic energy than they are in the shackles. They can just kind of, they're somewhat enjoying this, addicted to it. They can lift it out. It's like there is this being caught up in this idea of success and fulfillment and completion, but it's not the truth. Behind the essence of it is not this beautiful thing, it's this. A lot of illusion here. But good news is, Eight of Swords, swords are mental. The brain is still working. So even though you're in a loop of thoughts, at one point you'll be like, oh my God, I figured it out. I get it now. And you won't remain upside down, hopefully. And then you'll move forward and complete the lesson and grow from this. And gain better awareness. Show me more. Show me more. Five of Wands, Six of Swords, Ten of Cups. So I'm going to now show you the cards. Okay, they're quite big, so I'm going to kind of squeeze them in. The conflict, the inconvenience, there's a very big need and or you're simply, that's what you're going to do, of stepping away from it. Taking a break, taking a vacation, taking just quiet time. You guys are stepping away from the drama, from the imbalance, from the difficulty, like when there's no harmony, the disharmony. You're just like, okay, out, out. You know, sometimes you need to take yourself away from this individual. He's carrying either it's his inner self or people with him, to just step away a little bit of an environment that is, it came out like this, there's just too much of like wishy-washy waters. I'm going to calmer waters. Now it's a temporary break, but it's the break that is needed to tap into this. See, it's going straight from this to this to there. It's a 10 of Cups, which is a true completion of true happiness, true inner happiness. There's no illusions, delusions. There's no lies, no deceit. It's not just beautiful on the surface. It's not just the potential of it or the vision that you had that you refused to let go of. This is actual happiness. If it's this couple that has a lot of negative energy around them, so they're going away a little bit, so they can tap into their, renewed happiness maybe, or maybe it's one individual that is leaving someone else, steps away from the drama in order to attain something new or better, or just to return, but with cleaner energy. Because right now the communication, the interactions, there's no harmony. There's a lot of distance, a lot of conflict, inner conflict, confusion. And I see you guys kind of stepping away from it throughout the month of March. There's like a journey. But hey, look at that. It's right there. It's right around the corner. You guys just need to leave things behind and kind of go to an environment that does you better, or take a break and then return with a new point of view that isn't upside down, that is more, like your world right now, you're seeing it, even if it's great and even if everything is good and amazing, you don't see it, you're upside down, you're not, you're looking at it from negative. That's also another narrative for some of you. You're just, everything's okay, but you're so caught up in your inner world and in your fears and in your concerns, and you see everything from a negative point of view, from past point of view of past heartache. It's like the way you analyze the reality is just off. So you're making something beautiful be full of conflicts and difficulties, and you need to just step a little bit away from it. I feel like, yeah. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's also a very reasonable narrative where you just need a little bit of break to change your negative perception, kind of go back to being this, to looking at things from above, to looking at things from a positive, from a strong point of view, and not from a weak point of view and from a negative point of view that is very fearful and caught up in their own head. And whether this 10 of Cups here symbolizes a partnership or just an inner serenity, doesn't matter to me right now. Because once you attain your inner serenity, then the proper connection can happen. Whether just something that already exists in your life would become better, or something new that is more right, because you attract what you are. So if your vibration is upside down, then you attract upside down. But if you step out of the situation and kind of fix your everything, your atoms and your molecules, and you regenerate your energy, your positivity, your wonderful, strong, beautiful point of view, then you can have this. Yeah, it's becoming pretty clear. Once you stop being apologetic to what everybody thinks and what everyone, how it will affect everyone, what you do, and just get out of this, that's where you'll find this 10 of Cups. Look at it, it's beautiful. That's what I want for you guys, for anybody. Let's conclude, shall we? March. Oh, too many cards. Conclusion that is another reading on its own. Dear Libras, guidance for March, for the next month, 2018. Yeah, you really need some new energy, some new waters to clear out all this too much thinking and this stickiness. It's really sticky. The energy is so sticky right now. So sticky. People are in your nose. Too many people. Just a lot of fighting, a lot of conflict. You need to break from that. You want to go from this to harmony. This is like people who don't get along at all. This are people who get along very well, and that's what you need. Just take the ones who matter, whom you trust, and step out of this sticky, muddy environment. It's also, everything is a matter of timing. I feel like the energy now just wants to fight or have conflicts, or just things are going on that are bigger than you, that has to do with many other people. So you can't find yourself within that. Just step away from it. Step away from it and return to calmer days. There we have it. That's what I need. That's what I needed to say. That's what needed to be said. Let's conclude. I feel like this wants to tell me something. Okay. The Knight of Wands, a new energy. After all this is happening, there's new fire lighting up inside your tummy. New passion. Or just someone new coming into your life. Or someone that you know but brings new energy with them. Just, I want you to step away from all this and just have fun. Get out. Just kind of run away from the situation. Now it falls down like this if I put them right next. So we started with the wands. The middle was the wands, but this is great. This is conflict and this group that is all wonderful and amazing, or this situation now is getting sticky and muddy. There's a lot of stuff that you need to step away from. And once you do, and once the air becomes clearer and better, then you can return. Also, it symbolizes, because I have the Six of Swords with the World, with the Knight of Wands, they all symbolize movements and places far away that are coming towards us. Some of you are going to meet someone from a different place entirely, from a different city, from a different state, from a different country, from a different continent, from abroad. That will lead to fulfillment and happiness and a very good relationship. Some of you, it's just everything that I just said, the energy of it. All right. Okay. Bottom of the deck. Five of Swords. King of Wands. This is you, Libra. Justice. This is you, Libra, again. Holding the scales, holding the swords, the thought, the mechanism, the planning, the judgment, the decision making. Here as well. These guys, this is decision making from an earthly place of cognitive mind and thought process of just the events and the people in your life. Justice, it's your soul making decisions. It's higher energies making karmic decisions. And here it's a very mortal, not even too bright kind of, I don't know what to decide. Let me cut off some heads because I'm not sure what's the best thing for me to do. So I'm just gonna, I don't know, throw a coin. If someone gets hurt, oh well. As long as I manage to figure out a decision. This guy's a bit more calculated. It doesn't just cut heads. And this is the karma. Now, here's the interesting thing. They're both, all three cards represent decision making. But they come from very different levels of existence. This is from a very high level of existence. The things spiritually, the things karmic, karma, that like that knows that the butterfly effect, that knows that everything that they do has a much bigger, vast effect on their life, on other people's lives around them. So they're very picky with the energy that the justice is very picky with the energy that it's letting in. It takes out energy that isn't benevolent, that isn't clean, that isn't truthful, that isn't just. And justice is served with this card. King of Swords, very similar but more earthly. This is the king, the ruler of the earth, of the air element, of the thought. He's somewhere in between, the earthly world and the spiritual world. He's a kind of a connector. And this is totally earthly, totally ego, totally like, how can I benefit most from the situation? And I feel like you're at a crossroad, kind of. Which role are you taking on yourself? Because you're at a point where you need to make a decision and clear your path, right? But how do you go about it? Are you the asshole that doesn't get much good results? Look, he's smug. He won a battle, but he's very likely to lose the war because he lost all his allies. It cost him a grave price, but he's not aware of it yet. He'll become aware very soon. Right now, he's just smug. I won this battle. Oh, you're stupid. And this is the next step of, wait, what did I do? Was it the right thing? Was it the wrong thing? If the things that I did that I agree with, okay, let's clean them up a little bit. The things that I did that I don't agree with, that I judge myself for, that I think were wrong, how do I fix it? The King of Swords is fair and reasonable. And then the hand of karma comes in and be like, what did you do? Or what are you going to do? Maybe it's a warning. Maybe you need to not be that guy. Maybe you need to be these two. To think about the larger scale, to think about the spiritual lesson, to think about the karma, to think about others and not just themselves. Like, justice does the right thing in a very objective way. He's very just, this character. And all of this is Libra. I feel like you guys are under a test, a moral test almost. The scales here, Here's just holding swords, as many as you can. This one is just holding one sword, the accurate sword. This individual is holding the sword, the accurate sword, but there's judgment, there's actual calculations. The good and the bad, the pretty and the ugly. What have I done and what are the results? And how will it affect things? And here's the devil kind of creeping on us from behind. Three of Wands, knowing what is right, tapping into it, going back to the truth, the Four of Wands that we started with, right? It's the Three of Wands. We're going back, but in a good way. You're like, okay, let's go back. Let's get the wheel turning a little bit back. Let's do this again. Let's do this right. Now we know how. Now we know what we did wrong, what we can do better. Now we want to fix the karma and the energy. We want to make amends. Okay. For ourselves, for others, whatever. You have an understanding of how. You have a knowing, a deep knowing of what. There it is. Page of Cups. It's very March. It's Pisces. This is a practical opportunity. This is an emotional offer, emotional expression, an emotional expression that is very tangible and strong, and truthful in an earthly way, not like in an overthinking way, selfish way, planning way. It's just, this is my inner truth from the stomach, which is a much, much, much better direction for you guys or for whoever you're dealing with. Much better than the devil, the world upside down, the Five of Wands, so much mess. But now there was some deep reflection. Maybe an apology, offer to fix. There we go. Ace of Cups, beautiful. What a great new flowing energy. Okay, March is going to be make it or break it. If you don't do what's right, you're going to get karma cutting your head off. The devil creeping behind you. If you do what's right, you'll get so much abundance. Emotional abundance, financial abundance, just an inner sense of, oh, okay, everything's okay now. I feel like everything is, it makes sense. Everything is better now. Okay. There are a few underlying stories here. There's also a third-party situation, a woman crying, some sort of sacrifice, being in limbo, twilight zone. This queen here is worth more than these three altogether and more. But she's the one who's crying and going through very deep spiritual cleansing and growth that is painful. But it's just going to make her stronger. And then this guy will come, what she deserves. Then there will be true balance. It's someone that exists. He's already existing, or this character, he or she, of course. But they are reflecting. They are distant. They're going through their own journey. Trying to balance things. Yeah, right now there's inequality between two individuals. This one is very rooted and seated in her realm. This one is still figuring things out. This is the journey that this person is going through. But they're doing the work. Doing the work. Figuring things out. They're going deep into their inner emotions, into their healing. They're stripping out of their clothing, literally and figuratively, and tapping into their elements, the dark and the light. There's deep healing process here. Opening up the Pandora box and the Star card, and kind of taking it all together and just fixing and healing. If you're the one who's doing all that, keep up the job of working on the awareness so you can tap into this individual that is already there, right? Queen of Pentacles, she's already there. The Knight is just coming slowly towards her and is going through all this journey that I just expressed, from the Hermit to the Chariot to the Eight of Pentacles, the Star, Temperance, Nine of Wands, holding on in the journey, not giving up, even if it's painful, even if it hurts, because this is the destination. And then comes the true victory. Honey, I'm home. We did it. There's a lot of inner strength here, a lot of inner work here, a lot of tapping into, oh, there it is. The Knight becomes a king. It truly is a match for the Queen. Queen of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, very earth elements, the Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. But the younger element, the younger expression of the King is going through all the journey that I just expressed in order to tap into being equal to this Queen that is already seated and rooted in her place. This character that is going through all this hell, waiting for this character to do the work, needs to step away from the mess. Be around clear waters. literally. And allow this figure to kind of figure things out. Okay, Libra. Okay. I'm going to watch this again because what I do is I speak from the cards and then I don't remember what I said. It's almost like I go into a zone. And some people will say, oh, it's completely psychological. You're talking from your own experience and from your own world. Well, duh, that's how it is. We all do. There's no such thing as objectivity. I regret to inform you. Naive people who think there's such thing as objectivity. Come on. Come on. But I am a part, my moon Libra, it's not even my sun sign, my moon Libra is a part of the collective of Libra. What speaks to the Libra in me speaks to the Libra in you that is watching. Okay? Okay, happy March, Libra. I love you all, and I hope to see you again in April. Bye.